Most people think getting rich is all about making more money. But if that were true, why do so many high-income earners still struggle financially? How is it that some people making six figures are drowning in debt, while others with modest salaries quietly build wealth? The truth is, money itself doesn't make you rich, your decisions do. And according to Dalio, one of the world's most successful investors, mastering the way you think about money is the real key to financial success. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone win the lottery, only to go broke a few years later? Or a celebrity making millions, but filing for bankruptcy? On the flip side, self-made millionaires often start with nothing, yet they manage to build lasting wealth. What separates the two? It's not luck, intelligence, or working harder. It's having the right financial mindset and a system that makes wealth inevitable. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Dalio spent decades studying patterns of wealth, economic cycles, and human behavior to understand what truly separates the rich from the broke. And the truth might surprise you. It's not about having a high-paying job or being born into the right family. It's about mastering decision-making, understanding how money moves, and playing the long game. If you don't have a strategy, you'll always be at the mercy of the economy, bad financial advice, or your own emotions. By the end of this, you'll see money in a completely different way. You'll understand why chasing money isn't the answer, and what actually leads to financial independence. And most importantly, you'll have the tools to start making better financial decisions, ones that put you in control of your wealth, instead of leaving it to chance. So, if you're ready to stop relying on luck and start thinking like the wealthy, let's dive in. Most people think wealth is about having a big paycheck, but the truth? It's about making the right moves. Every financial decision, whether it's investing in stocks, starting a business, or even choosing what to spend on, carries risk. The difference between those who build wealth and those who struggle isn't luck, it's decision-making. The wealthy don't just guess, they calculate. They weigh probabilities, assess risks, and make moves that put them ahead in the long run. If you don't master this skill, your money will always be at the mercy of chance. Think about poker players. The best ones don't win every hand, but they play the odds. They know when to bet big, when to fold, and when to stay in the game just long enough. That's exactly how financial decision-making works. Should you dump all your savings into one stock? Of course not. But should you strategically invest in assets that have long-term growth potential? Absolutely. Warren Buffett didn't become a billionaire by guessing. He became one by making high-probability moves. But how do you develop this skill? Start by questioning every financial choice. Before spending, ask, will this make me money, or will it just drain my account? Before investing, research historical trends, study risk factors, and learn from those who've already mastered the game. Books like The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel or Principles by Dalio break down how the wealthy think. The more you understand probabilities, the less likely you are to fall for financial traps. The real power isn't just in knowing what to do, it's in having the discipline to stick to smart decisions, even when emotions try to take over. Fear and greed cloud judgment, making people panic sell in a crash or go all in on hype. But the best players stay calm, focused, and strategic. And that's just the beginning. Because once you start thinking like the rich, you'll see why having a financial system matters even more than a high income. Relying on a paycheck is like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not really getting anywhere. Wealthy people don't trade time for money forever. They build systems that generate income even when they're not working. Imagine having investments that pay you while you sleep or a business that runs without you micromanaging everything. That's the difference between financial security and financial freedom. If you don't set up a system, you'll always be one missed paycheck away from panic. So, What does a financial system look like? It starts with automated savings, paying yourself first before spending a dime. Set up an automatic transfer to an investment account, so you're building wealth without thinking about it. Then, add passive income streams, rental properties, dividend stocks, online businesses, or even a YouTube channel that earns ad revenue. The goal is to create money-making assets that don't rely on your daily effort. A salary is temporary, but a system keeps paying you for life. Think about Jeff Bezos. He didn't get rich by earning a high salary. He built Amazon, a system that generates billions. Now, obviously, not everyone will start the next Amazon, but the principle is the same. Even a simple side hustle, like selling digital products, writing a book, or creating an online course, can become a financial system. Start small, but start now. Waiting for the right time is just an excuse that keeps you stuck in the paycheck cycle. And here's the real game changer: the system compounds. The more you build, the more momentum you gain. Suddenly, you're not just making money, you're multiplying it. And that's where real financial independence begins. But here's the thing: understanding how to make money is useless if you don't know when to pivot. Because money moves in cycles, and if you don't see them coming, you'll be caught off guard when the next financial storm hits. Money moves in cycles: boom, bust, repeat. The economy isn't random, it follows patterns, just like the seasons. Those who recognize this can prepare instead of panic. Think about 2008. Some lost everything, while others bought assets at a discount and became millionaires. The difference? Understanding cycles. If you treat financial growth like a straight line, you're setting yourself up for failure. Wealth isn't just about making money, it's about knowing when to be aggressive and when to be defensive. So how do you stay ahead? First, study history. Every recession, every stock market crash, and every housing bubble teaches a lesson. Learn from them. When the market is euphoric, be cautious, opportunities are overpriced. When fear takes over, that's your moment to strike. Warren Buffett says, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." This mindset shift alone can change your entire financial future. Smart investors don't just react, they position themselves before the cycle shifts. That means keeping cash reserves when times are good, so you have buying power when the downturn hits. It means diversifying, not putting everything into one asset class. Real estate, stocks, businesses, each moves differently in different cycles. If you rely on just one income stream, a recession could wipe you out. But if you adapt and diversify, you'll always have a financial safety net. Most people let emotions control their decisions, buying high and selling low. The wealthy? They play the long game, using cycles to their advantage. And this is where real financial mastery begins, when you separate emotions from money. Because if you let fear and greed dictate your choices, your finances will always be at the mercy of the market. Money is emotional: fear, greed, excitement, panic. That's why most people struggle financially. They buy when everyone's hyped up, and they sell when fear kicks in. The stock market alone is proof. People rush in when it's soaring and run away when it crashes. But wealth isn't built on emotions, it's built on logic. The ones who win are those who stick to their plan, regardless of what the crowd is doing. So, how do you separate feelings from financial choices? First, create rules for your money. If you're investing, set clear strategies: how much you'll invest, when you'll buy, when you'll sell. Take emotions out of the equation. For example, index funds have historically returned around 8 to 10% per year. But most investors get much less because they panic and sell at the worst times. If you simply stick to a plan, dollar cost averaging, holding long term, you're already ahead of most people. Another trick? Track your financial decisions like a scientist. Write down why you're making a money move before you do it. Are you investing because you see long-term potential, or because someone on social media hyped it up? Are you selling because the fundamentals changed, or just because you're scared? This simple habit forces you to slow down and think rationally. And over time, it rewires how you approach money. The rich don't let their emotions dictate their wealth. They control their money, not the other way around. And once you master this, you gain something even more valuable than money: freedom. Because when you're financially stable, you make choices from a place of power, not fear. And that's when wealth starts compounding in ways most people never experience. Wealth isn't built in a day, it's built daily. Compound growth is like a cheat code for money, but most people ignore it because it looks slow at first. They want fast cash, big wins, overnight success. But the truth? The biggest fortunes, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, even Jeff Bezos, were built on patience and consistency. Compound interest is what makes money grow while you sleep. But the catch? You need time, and you need to start now. Imagine you invest $500 per month in an S&P 500 index fund with an average return of 10% per year. In 10 years, you'd have around $100,000. In 20 years, close to $400,000. And in 30 years, over $1 million, all from a habit most people ignore. The earlier you start, the less effort you need. That's why the rich don't just work for money, they make money work for them. They set up systems where their dollars keep multiplying, even when they're not looking. But compounding isn't just about investments, it's about habits. The small financial choices you make every day, like saving instead of splurging or reading about investing instead of watching Netflix, create momentum. Over time, they stack up, and suddenly, you're making moves that seemed impossible before. This applies to skills, knowledge, even relationships. The key is consistency. Show up, put in the work, and let time do its magic. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade. The difference between broke and wealthy isn't luck, it's who understood compound growth first. And once you grasp this, you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere, including in the people around you. The biggest financial mistakes aren't made because people lack intelligence, they're made because people avoid the truth. It's easier to blame the economy, the government, or bad luck than to admit you overspent, made poor investment choices, or never learned how money works. But growth only happens when you face reality head-on. That's why billionaires like Ray Dalio practice radical transparency, brutal honesty about what's working and what's not. If you want to be rich, you need to stop lying to yourself about money. Think about it. If your investments keep failing, is it really because of the market? Or is it because you didn't do enough research? If you're living paycheck to paycheck, is it truly because you don't earn enough? Or are you avoiding tough financial decisions? The people who win at money are those who take full accountability. They track their finances, they analyze their mistakes, and most importantly, they seek outside feedback. They surround themselves with people who challenge their thinking, not just those who agree with them. One of the most powerful things you can do is build a circle of financially smart people. Join investment communities, read books from top financial minds, and have real conversations about money with people who know more than you. A single piece of advice from the right person could save you from years of financial struggle. Warren Buffett still consults with Charlie Munger before making billion-dollar decisions. Why wouldn't you seek guidance before making yours? The harsh truth? If you only listen to people who tell you what you want to hear, you'll stay exactly where you are. But if you're willing to accept honest feedback and adjust, your financial future will look completely different. And when you have a clear vision of where you want to go, all that's left is sticking to it. Most people drift through life without a financial strategy, hoping money will somehow work itself out. But wealth isn't accidental, it's built with intention. Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, and other billionaires don't wake up guessing what to do next. They have a clear vision, a financial philosophy they live by, and they stick to it no matter what. If you don't set your own financial direction, someone else will, your boss, the government, or even social pressure. The question is, do you want to be in control, or do you want to be controlled? A strong vision isn't just about setting goals, it's about making every financial move align with your bigger purpose. If you want to achieve financial freedom, then every dollar you earn, spend, and invest should bring you closer to that goal. Take Jeff Bezos, for example. In Amazon's early days, he reinvested every dime back into the company because his vision was long-term dominance, not quick profits. That same mindset applies to personal finance. Are you spending on things that align with your future, or are you letting short-term desires dictate your financial choices? Here's a simple truth. If you don't believe in your vision enough to commit to it, no one else will. That's why so many people get stuck. They constantly switch strategies, chase the next big thing, or let setbacks derail them. The richest people in the world aren't necessarily the smartest, they're just the most consistent. They trust their plan and execute it daily, even when times get tough. Success isn't about making the perfect move every time. It's about making smart moves consistently over years. Now, imagine having a financial strategy so clear that you never second-guess yourself again. You know exactly where you're going, how to get there, and why it matters. That's when money stops being the goal and starts being the tool. And if you truly want financial freedom, you'll need more than just money. You'll need the right mindset, the right habits, and the right system to make it all work together. At this point, you know the truth. Wealth isn't about how much money you make, but how well you manage, invest, and multiply it. You've seen how decision-making, emotional control, and long-term vision shape financial success. But knowing isn't enough. The real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep repeating the same habits, or will you start applying these strategies today? Your financial future is in your hands, and the choice you make right now will define where you stand years from now. If you want to keep learning how to master your money mindset, build passive income, and make smarter financial moves, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what's coming next, powerful insights that could completely shift the way you think about wealth. Don't just consume information, take action. The people who win financially aren't the ones who know the most, they're the ones who apply what they learn consistently. And if you're serious about transforming your financial future, I've got something for you. Inside Holistic Health, nourish your mind, balance your finances, transform your life, you'll discover exactly how to create passive income streams, eliminate financial stress, and build long-term wealth without sacrificing your mental clarity or well-being. It's time to stop guessing and start using proven strategies to take control of your financial destiny. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start your transformation today. It's your time. Check out the material in the pinned comment. The knowledge is there. The tools are there. The only thing missing is your decision to take the next step. So, are you ready?